So after Bouncer coming out to Fredo and telling us that he lives with 5 men, Bouncer has decided that he wants a train ran on him.
Everyone that's struggling, that's been in jail, that's coming out of jail, bro, you can run a hate train on me. I don't care, bro.
What did I tell you guys about the hate train delusion? I told you it's Bouncer's thing. So guys, for this one, we're going to be talking about Bouncer and this Fredo situation because I have been doing my own investigation behind the scenes while I've been watching your favorite podcasters or YouTubers talk about this. And I have discovered some troubling information that I want to share with you guys. But before we get into that, share, like, and subscribe because it really does help the channel. Now, Bouncer always needs to confirm that he's a street dude before talking about open cases and stuff of criminal nature. And I don't understand why he does this. It's like he's trying to be a paid informant for the police. Now, what we can say of recent weeks, Bouncer has completely lost his mind. And this is due to him being outcasted by the community and blog pages. Blog pages are really against Bouncer, as he likes to say. And this is a thing that I feel like has really affected his mind and has caused him to be deluded and be totally out of control. I'm starting to really understand that Bouncer is also a victim of himself, but also social media. It has really got to Bouncer in a unique way. And what I mean by that is that it's pushed him out of the country, led him to live a life in solitude and be in the middle of nowhere.
Now, a lot of things has happened around Fredo's name. Why hasn't the Shade Borough posted anything to do with Fredo? If it was Diggy D, if it was Bouncer.
And also, before I even crack on with that video.
Now, as you can tell, there is something brewing here, and it's brewing for Bouncer to really talk about any of these blog pages because he hates them all. He feels like they've destroyed them. But before we get there, we need to talk about topical juice. And people ask me what topical juice has got to do with this. Well, if someone talks the garbage and it comes out the other side, topical juice would be the person who's eating that.
I can't believe the amount of people in my comment section yesterday that was like, haha, Flood is killing me, it's flown. Oh my God. As in, please don't insult my intelligence. Someone who's not just academic, someone who's actually intellectual, high IQ like myself. You don't think I realize the real word is flown. Yeah, it's colloquial. Getting flued out is what people say. Don't think you're smarter than me trying to correct man in the comments.
Now, the people who need to say that they're smart clearly struggled in school. That's all I can say. They must have struggled in school, because why would you need to tell us you're smart instead of just accepting the fact that you just worded it wrong? Simply that. Stop trying to be right all the time. And this is something that Bouncer and himself always seem to do. They just never take accountability and try to come with some conspiracy theory or some nonsense when the facts are laid out in front of them. They always try to bend the truth to make them still look right. It's just so weird.
While we do need to see the rest of the context, if this was coming out about a different rapper, I don't know, someone that's not liked or that's not a gangster, we'd be all on them.
Now, honestly, they're like twins, aren't they? It's like Bouncer and Tiny Bouncer. He literally repeats exactly what Bouncer says, but just adds some little conspiracy theory or some higher elite, that sort of nonsense. And it's just all rubbish that comes out of his mouth. And we're going to look at the comments in some of his videos or specific video later. But the point being, let's go back to Bouncer and hear what more Bouncer's got to say, because as I said, it's brewing what he wants to actually talk about here, because it's not Fredo that's the problem. The blog pages are. Listen to this.
The Shade Borough don't post me no more. Let me tell you why the Shade Borough don't post me no more. Last year, Gala, I know the guy that owns the Shade Borough and it offends certain artists. So I showed one of the man them and I just told them straight, listen, they've ruined me. When it come to Little Man, they ruined me. When Dutch got ruined when it come to me, back and forth with Dutch. They even done things previous when it come to my personal life. You get me? They've put it, plastered. I was the good guy. You get me? And then on YouTube, everyone's making the YouTubes and fake narratives about me. Now, I might as well just be this guy. You get me? But what's crazy about it is obviously they don't post me no more. Like, they just don't post me. So I DM'd the Shade Borough like, you look can post me now, you know. I'm doing this, you can post me. They still don't post me.
Now, before I continue my video, guys, I think I need to give a public service announcement. Shade Borough do not post Bouncer. They just don't post him. They don't post him. And you can tell that this annoys Bouncer. Bouncer is feeble. He is a character who has been built into social media. Social media was his thing. He was at one point doing his thing and he was everywhere. And now no one even cares. No one cares that Bouncer is in Dubai in this £1.7 million mansion that he says and he doesn't own and just rents. No one cares about him. And this is something that he has suffered from. But I need to talk about this Dutch one, because this Fredo situation and Dutch situation are seeming to turn out exactly the same. And it's not even a weird coincidence. It's just something that Bouncer tends to do. He always gets into these situations and instead of just leaving them alone, he goes into them. Because why? It's clout. It gets him numbers.
But man can't brush this under the carpet. Do you know what I mean? You got Dutch grooming a 14-year-old Like, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. I see UK Gossip posted, I see Shea Borough posted. These other pages need to have the same energy and post and cancel this youth, bro, because this is madness. You get me? When Wiley done a madness, everyone was posting that. They had that energy. They rubbed him out. Why ain't man posting this? Come on, industry guys, what's going on? Labels, rappers, come on, bro, post this, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, this, if this was your sister or like any female, anyone, if this is anyone, what, is this okay?
Now, if you've watched any of Bouncer's recent interviews, you'll be able to tell this follows the same pattern with what he is saying at the current moment. And yes, I've had to sit there and watch and brain rot myself. And honestly, I need help. I might need to go back to school at this point. But the point being here is that Bouncer seems to do the exact same things. Now, in this second clip I'm going to play you, even though certain things were contested and he could have just closed his mouth, Bouncer had to clout chase again and had to make another video because he was accused of being friends with somebody who had done some weird things, which brought Conan into the mixture as well, because I don't know, they was connected, and therefore this really annoyed Conan. And I think this might have even destroyed the relationship. Who knows? Money owed as well and stuff like that. But the point being is that Bouncer has a weird way of looking at people who do these sorts of things. Let me just say that.
That my brother Conan is getting dragged into this on the back of nothing. Like, I've spoke out about something that is wrong, which no one don't want to speak about, yeah? I've posted something, and then what's come back is I've got Dutch's sister writing whatever she's writing. So if you've known whatever you've known, yeah, why haven't you said this from before? Why are you saying this now? I'm confused, because it's a lie. Stop trying to just reflect like, oh, this person's done that and it's a lie. Stop. Don't try to bring my brother Conan into this. Like, your brother, there's a conversation at a lot of people seen your brother talking to a 14-year-old girl. Yeah. Okay, cool. Whatever you deem that to be, if you look at it, whatever you deem it to be, you can make up your own mind. You get me? Don't say that some bits were deleted and whatnot, or it was photoshopped. That is what has been said. The mum, I have a mum, so I'm respectful, and I'm not going to comment on what the mum said, but the family has said whatever they said, that they don't agree with what the mum said. So, guys, just, you're not stupid, innit? You're not stupid, man. Like,
now, this is after the fact that Bouncer found out about this information and the family basically turned around and said this is all nonsense. Dutchavelli wasn't involved in this. Bouncer still would not take accountability. It's just something he doesn't do. He does not like to take accountability or accept that he is wrong. And this is something that is playing out in this Fredo situation. It is just constant hypocrisy, all of these sorts of things that keep happening because Bouncer continues to just delude himself into believing that he's smart, he's the voice of the streets, and he knows everything when he just knows nothing. Now, like I said, with Bouncer, he likes to use these things as a way of clout chasing. So later on, he done a video, of course, because it's Bouncer, he needs to do a video and everything. And he spoke about how he felt the Dutch situation kind of went for him. For him, not for Dutch, just for him. That's all he cared about. Bouncer only cares about himself. Don't be fooled.
I was wrong for calling him out. I shouldn't get involved. Whether it's true or not, I shouldn't have got involved. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have got involved. And I want you to understand, regardless what was happening in the messages, whether the messages got edited or not, obviously Dutch's son had mental health, or he manipulated the messages, or other people or whatnot. Obviously seeing that, and for me, I'm a person that has a daughter. I saw something, I spoke on it. Now the backfire that I got, don't ever get it twisted. The backfire I got on that. Honestly, what you should have done, you should have spoke straight away. And anyone that was telling you not to do that, you need to question them. The culture cancelled me when Little Man came online and said what he said. That wasn't true. And then the culture, it's just, listen, we're supporting you, but you're going to get it. There's going to be a time that we don't like you. Everyone's getting it. But obviously we're too tied into the culture because we come from, obviously, the communities and me. There's no sugarcoating me. I'm just who I am. I'm me. I'm not. I post my cat on Snapchat, bro. Like your biggest fan bases, and it's not in the UK. You know what I'm trying to say? So now look, whether it's true or not true, I should not have got involved.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I really had to cut that video. I'm sorry about that, but he just takes so much gaps. It's just ridiculous. Now, what Bouncer is doing is trying to make everybody feel sorry for him for doing what he done to Dutch, and then argues the fact that Dutch is biggest fan base isn't in the UK. And then he talks about because he's from the streets that they're still attached to the culture. Like, you guys are just weird. And he struggles to say manipulated. Like, honestly, listen to this.
He manipulated the message.
Now, as you heard me say before, Bouncer has a weird way of looking at people who are his friends and commit crimes. And listen to this clip here because it's very crucial.
Looking at Young Philly and the stuff what's happening to Young Philly. Young Philly is a friend of mine. He's a friend. And I'm telling you guys on camera, he's still my friend. And looking at what is on paper, in my head, I'm saying, look, that's something that my friend wouldn't have done.
And this is why I say Bouncer talks absolute nonsense. What do you mean? Because you believe your friend hasn't done something, he hasn't done it, because that stands up in the court of law. Just go to the judge and say, Judge, my friend didn't do it, and they're going to adjourn the court. Young Philly's going to go home. Any of your friends who do these crimes, they're going to go home because Bouncer said he didn't do it. What an idiot. Now let's move on to the Fredo situation because it's obvious that this Fredo and Dutch situation is playing out the same.
So it's confirmed that Fredo and his girlfriend's not together. They've split up. Bless her, man. She's feeling the pressure, Achi. Like everyone knows what she looks like. Just on the back of default. She's definitely looked into what's going on. Like the multiple women getting flown out. Like she knows, okay, cool. Like it's confirmed, you get me? Confirmed flights at the time they was together. Are we gonna address the elephant in the room? Cause I actually want to address the elephant in the room. All these underage girls. Now I've been looking at this and looking and talking to people and doing some research and looking into it and more. But there is women that's actually underage, and I've been doing some real, it's not even research. Something's come to my attention. One thing that we don't like is predators, bro. Like just confirmed predators. There's too much videos or texts and multiple women, and it's like, yeah, people can be in the comments and say this is the best PR run, but we're not looking at them areas. Shea Borough, you're scumbags as well. Don't you lot push selective narrative, because when it was Dutch, mad narratives. But hold on, when it comes to Fredo, bro, you're scumbags.
As you can hear, Bouncer uses the words confirmed. He says that Shade Borough ain't posting this, and Shade Borough may have learned from their lesson from last time, but this does not help when I say to you that topical juice, or whatever that dumb juice we might as well call him at this point, literally reiterates what Bouncer says and puts his own spin on it to say it's some elitist nonsense. Like, listen to this guy. Oh, it's just... Oh.
Flex Instagram page continues to expose a lot of Fredo's dirty laundry. Evidence of him flying girls out and then abandoning them. Alleged evidence of him talking to underage girls, minors, which we're going to explore. Evidence that there's a lot of internal conflict, in-house beef that people want to deny, and this, that, and the other. Fredo's having a very, very mad day. The first evidence we see is here. This is parental guidance. Someone messaging that Instagram account. Because you're not 25 now. Yeah, it's deleted. I told you. We can see here that while she may have changed her username, she's been active since 2013. So this picture here is basically explaining that this is definitely her. We can see another message with the same girl, because people keep adding me everywhere. I don't want that. What year was this? 2021. You were 16.
Now, as you can hear from Dumb Juice, he says the exact same things. He's trying to make it feel like Fredo's involved in this. Oh, this evidence is real, like it's real evidence. When I can literally show you that you can make up all of this stuff. Like literally, let me just go onto the internet and show you guys, right? Let's go on Google, fake Snapchat messages, right? We will go to this one. Now, I don't know if guys just want to be foolish or want to be idiots about this situation, but we all know that you can fake Snapchat messages. Stop being stupid. Now, obviously, this must have got to Fredo because of this underage girl thing, or should I say narrative was being pushed by these two guys. So he went to Trapler Ross, he went to Tanks, and he went to Billy the Goat, and Billy the Goat released these leaked voice messages. Listen to this because it really hurt Bouncer's feelings.
Tell Bouncer as well, I'm not using him because he doesn't even know how to say Moser or Justo. He don't even know how to use a T as a K. He's a proper idiot. Froze. Tell him I could send him a bank transfer anytime. T as a K. He's a proper idiot. You know what I'm saying? He said my account's froze. Tell him I could send him a bank transfer anytime. All my bank documents from before. You know what I'm saying? You guys say Shea Borough is gospel. Shea Borough said I had 5 years when I was walking around with him in a mall with Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Bouncer's mad, bro, because he has a friend called Wheezy, and apparently I wasn't nothing to do with it, but after a club, Noggy 5, about 4 or 5 of them, they're saying my friends robbed all of them and beat them up outside the club at Noggy 5, left one of them in a pool of blood.
Now, this is something that Bouncer has echoed himself twice. Listen to this.
But yeah, there's certain other things that's kind of happened off the scenes, you get me? Dubai, boom, boom, boom. Not right now, you get me? But with man's people, and it kind of, that's when the issue kind of happened. But the issue got sorted, you get me? Everyone's seen, boom, 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 boom.
But obviously, you said you used to have a problem with Fredo, and you had beef with him, I swear.
Nah. So, I was in jail with Fredo. People was like, well, we know each other, innit? Do you know what I mean? But an altercation happened in Dubai with my people that wasn't there. And something happened, you get me? And I didn't like, to be honest with you, I'm a loyal person and I don't care how big I am. I don't have much friends like who I'm proper locked in with, you get me? Anyway.
Now, I won't lie to you. Sometimes I watch these Bouncer clips and I think to myself, this is really sad. Like, this guy's really sad. But then at the same time, I don't want to see him do bad. I want to see him do good. I want to see him do something positive in the community. But at the current moment, all he keeps talking about is the fact that negativity works and it annoys me. Now, this absolute response from Bouncer in regards to them Fredo's voice notes. Oh my gosh. I actually thought something was going to happen to him, because honestly, it's like everything around him was about to crumble.
Billy the Goat's live stream to come at me. You have an image of a rapper. I did not make that page or expose you, bro. There's a lot of allegations on there, separate allegations on there that maybe you need to think of addressing that. Yeah, maybe my thumbnails is for people to watch. You get me? And maybe I might have just said, yeah, fake, boom, boom, boom. But you haven't told me that it's not. We're just saying stuff, bro. I'm like, I know you feel like, yeah, but I'm textbook dumb, bro. But my awareness and I'm good at what, I'm smart, bro. I'm smart, actually. All these blog pages, you get me? Most of them, not like the main ones, but whatnot. It's Fredo, bro. You get me? You're a light person, bro. I will fully do breakdowns with facts, and if we need to get things examined or do these things, we'll do so, and we'll wait for it to come back.
We need to take out some time to examine his eyes, because he's clearly lost sleep over this whole voice note situation, and it was literally one voice note.
Because I'm a man that will make 30 videos. I don't know other people that's got the voice notes or whatnot. You get me? And you mentioned certain people that I don't think that needed to be mentioned, and you told a lot of lies to Billy the Goat. You did. I've never gone on like I'm a money man. You get me, bro? I've had loads of L's. You've had your brand for a long time doing your thing. And man's happy for you, man. Doing a video about Marlo P and saying, yo, Fredo was behind the Marlo P thing, there was not a reaction about that. When man was doing a video about Digga D, like, why did Digga D make that video or whatnot, there was not a reaction about that. But because this page that you're saying that your ex-PA is behind, which I know she's not, she's giving all the tea to that page, I am your worst nightmare in this space, bro.
Now, honestly, I don't understand what he expected from this response, because this response was just absolutely ridiculous. He starts babbling on about the fact that Fredo is a rapper, which we all know. Like I said, Bouncer has this ability to talk about things we already know, and try to make it seem like it's information that we needed. I just don't even get this. Now, you can't tell me there's not symptoms of Dutch here, because at the same time, you can see he's just in denial of everything. He's trying to say, oh, well, I don't believe this. I don't think it's your ex-manager. Because he thinks he's smart by using the word examined and all of this sorts of terminology to make it seem like this is real evidence and he's going to push a case against Fredo. Is this what Bouncer's really doing? He's now trying to be a prosecutor, on a social media prosecutor. That's what we might as well call Bouncer at this point. But listen to the rest of this, like, shambles of a reply or response or whatever it was.
Don't do it, man. Mouth. Mouth. If you're a good manager, sincere, if you're a good manager, don't tell him not to go on that live, bro, because it's not going to end well for everyone. Get me? For me included. There's loads of other stuff on that page that I didn't do a deep dive on, but I still want to kind of understand it. There's loads of underage women, bro. You're mentioning Lottie like she's a stalker, yeah? Bro, your management, lawyer, mum, lawyer, management on Billy the Goat's stream, yeah, to say certain things, bro.
Bouncer's doing that thing again when he's telling us information that we know already. Now, if you see, there's something weird here. And the weird thing is that Bouncer is making this statement about Fredo's mum being his lawyer. Now, I am not sure about this. I cannot confirm this. But what I can say is that Bouncer is adamant on it. And why is he so adamant? Because someone has told him, and that person being Lottie who has spoken to him about this. And this is a thing that we're going to bring up later on, because I am telling you for a fact that Bouncer was either too dumb or he actually knew from the whole time that Mr. Fake Flex was in fact Lottie, allegedly. I'm going to say alleged because I don't want to see any NDAs or any of that sort of nonsense.
I'm saying, bro, you're being biased. You're saying certain things in your post, in your videos, that's mad bias. You don't need to say it. Like, where did the hate train come on? Fredo, I will address the jail. I don't know your jail story, bro, too in depth. I just know that you was on my wing and people they were trying to rush you, and man was on them, you get me, like, because on the strength of Sneakbo, bro. Didn't know you to be Fredo. I don't know, I don't think there was internet then, or there might have been, but I was doing an 11-year sentence, so.
Now, this is another hypocrisy, and this is a contradiction to a story that he actually told before, and because Bouncer is so money hungry, he can't help himself but keep up these videos, and then I have to play this clip for you, because he says he doesn't know Fredo's story. Okay, that's all right. Then he says he didn't even know it was Fredo, and then you look at this other video and then you're going to be like, what? It doesn't make no sense. And that's why I say Bouncer talks a load of rubbish. And then when he gets called out for it, he starts crying. It doesn't make sense.
I remember, Sneakbo come on the wing, another youth came on the wing. Obviously, the other youth was Fredo. You get me? Fredo was the other youth. And I remember, obviously, Krypton Conan hit man up. And it was just like, yo, my man's come to the jail. Make sure he's good. These are the times, guys, like, obviously, I'm in prison, innit? Like, there's no hope. Just got sentenced to 10 years. I'm on a crash out. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm on the wing with the man them. That's it, innit? And I remember, soon as Sneakbo and Fredo's come on the wing, obviously, I don't know the different issues with whatever area, you get me? I don't even know what area Fredo's from. I just know South. All I know is South, and I got man them from this area, but I don't know issues, you get me, like that. Soon as they've come on the wing, I think same day or next day, They've rushed the youth in the cell. You get me? I think Sneakbo's backed it. It must have been Fredo's issue.
So as you can hear, he literally talks about the fact of bucking Fredo when he first comes in jail, talks about the fact that Fredo done this and this stuff. So you're saying you know his jail story from when he entered the jail, and then you're saying that Krypton Conan called you up and said that, yo, keep him cool, keep Fredo cool. So it's just a lie upon lie, just for clicks and views. But let's continue into this whole embarrassing response, because there's still more. There's still more that I'm trying to show you, because I was going to edit it down and I couldn't edit it down because it was just too funny to watch.
Because respectfully, Fredo, every single villa around here definitely costing the millions, bro. If you're in the UK, bro, I would not be living in Chelsea, bro. I used to live in Coulsdon. You get me? I used to live in a penthouse in Coulsdon because I couldn't afford a penthouse in Coulsdon. I couldn't afford one in Chelsea. I live in a villa in the middle of nowhere because I can afford a villa in the middle of nowhere because I can't afford to live in a villa in the Palm, my bro. I have a creased Primark, so don't think that you're gonna embarrass me. You're not. I don't even think you've ever hold a machine, bro. I live in a house with 5 men, including me, my bro. I live in a 5-bedroom. And one of them is my brother, who your people was in jail with. So you will have done your homework about him.
Isn't this just sad and pathetic? Like, why does he feel that he needs to explain himself to Fredo? He did not need to do all of this. He could have just gone about his day, but Bouncer always got to say something about something. And this is the problem, because honestly, it's just like he tries to say, oh, I'm not a money man. He tries to say all of this weird stuff. He starts talking about, yeah, well, one of your brothers, no, one of my guys. And he just doesn't understand that he's an idiot. All he had to do is just leave Fredo alone. The empire felt like it was crumbling before him, and he was going to fight back by talking a load of nonsense. And then he just lies and lies. And the thing is, this was all after the fact that Tanks came out with this valuable piece of information. Watch this clip here.
We made this account expose themselves. We made Lottie, Charlotte, Georgina Skeens on this Insta story because I was going crazy posting on the Insta stories. You guys know I've never posted on Instagram this much in my whole life. All right, in my whole life. Bro, I'm just posting the documents because in the documents that I reviewed, guys, there's conversations of her suggesting 100K, They're saying she had nothing to do with this logo. And you know when companies are talking, they're going to protect themselves legally. So it's all official documents. And even the transfer of the property to Fredo and his team, they're like, can you not see? Like, look what she did. She tried to take the whole design. But in the court document, it says she never did any forgery in the court document. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much the way to beat this now. The way to show people the truth is just to show how tap she is. That's it. We just have to show people how tap she is, bro. And this is facts. And I shared the link. I'm going to link the document in the description if anyone wants to take the time and review all of this stuff.
Now, there's been this rumor that's going around that basically this woman was also involved with Chanel at some point. And it was said that she'd done this TikTok, which basically Chanel sued her for, and then they settled in court, and it was an undisclosed amount, so nobody knows. But what we do know is that she seemed to have an issue with Chanel.
I used to work at the Chanel global headquarters, and we used to get to buy their handbags for £200 as an employee. Like, think about that when you're trying to justify the price in your head, or the price rises. Like, I've seen them being made in the factory. I've seen them in a warehouse out on a metal table, like with no packaging, piled high, and being able to buy them for £200. And suddenly, like, you just don't want them the same anymore.
Right, even if this is true, why would someone decide that bags that are worth thousands of pounds she would not want to buy from £200 and at least sell them on? Was her wages that good? Her story doesn't make sense. And the thing is, why I've put this up is because that page also put up a TikTok of her talking about this Chanel thing, and the actual post that was meant to have been deleted or never posted again. And that then basically tweaked my interest. It made me realize that Mr. Fake Flex page must be ran by her. And why? Because why would she be posting footage of that TikTok? It has nothing to do with this whole situation. And then this crucial voice note came. And the voice note, and this is what I mean about Bouncer. Bouncer is just so dumb. And he's just such an idiot, and he thinks that he's got us all played. As your social media detective, I can tell you that this voice note just made me so aware that it was her.
I'll be honest with you. I know a girl that has been talking to him from 15. He has sex with her at 16. I know her. But obviously he's making out like you're a stalker, innit? Now, there's only so much I can do. I can't really do much. But if you don't give me everything, then I can't do anything. But if you give me all the key points of him talking to underage women and whatnot, and maybe me and you have that conversation like what Tanks had, I can have a conversation with that 16-year-old.
Now, as you can hear, Bouncer says himself he knows a girl who slept with Fredo at the age of 16 after knowing him from 15. Bouncer himself, when talking to this person. And then he says he needs more information from this person and needs a conversation with this person, just like Tanks. Just like Tanks. Tanks, you had a conversation with Lottie and then exposed Lottie for being part of the Mr. Fake Flex page. And this is what I mean with Bouncer. Bouncer is aware that it's Lottie, and Bouncer is on a mission. He's on a mission. He's on a mission to ruin Fredo, because Fredo is more like, that is the problem here. And Fredo beat up his boy or done something to his boy, and he's not happy about it. This is the whole issue. Bouncer has a vendetta against the whole industry and everybody because he finds himself in a little boy position. That is what it is.
If you've got a stalker, does that mean the stalker that you've got is lying? When I started reacting to that page, that fake page that I started posting Fredo, go look back at the videos. I said some stuff's authentic, and I think some stuff's Photoshop.
I don't know why Bouncer makes a thing of this not editing videos when he pronounces words like authentic. Like, listen to this.
Authentic.
Now I have to play you Dumb Juice or Tiny Bouncer, because honestly, he says the exact same thing, and this is what I mean about these two. I don't know if they're in cohorts or what they do at nighttime, but honestly, they just literally lick out of each other.
My channel isn't dedicated to this kind of street urban gossip. I've got bigger fish to fry and more important things to talk about. However, I do think this is important because of some of the alleged messages that were leaked, right? We've heard a lot of things from the one side, we've heard a lot of things from the other side. A lot of content creators have been involved. Not me, not one person's reached out to me, and please keep it that way. I'm really trying to stay in my own lane.
Like, the thing is, who would want to reach, you know, like delusion and just being an idiot? Like, who would want to reach out to you? Like, this is what I mean. These guys, him and Bouncer are so same. Like, they're just deluded and they've got like problems in their head. But carry on talking.
What Fred's team are doing is, it's like when you're in court. Let's take this Mr. Fake Flex, who they're alleging is a girl called Lottie, right? And we'll talk about Lottie in a minute. Let's pretend this is cool. Lottie is our witness. She's saying this, and this. Fred did this, and this. Tear. Fred's defense is undermine and discredit the witness. But if they can paint this girl as a psycho, as a stalker, as a manipulative, conniving girl, either 100% did it, or he's 100% innocent. Yeah, me, I'm in the middle. Yeah, the truth is always somewhere in the middle.
And this is what I mean about topical juice. Like, that's why I call him dumb juice, because what kind of statement is that? I'm in the middle. It's either he done it or did it. Like, bro, you're just talking absolute mondelaire. And then he talks about the facts about courts and stuff like that. Social media isn't a court. What are you talking about? This is what I'm trying to say. This is the nonsense that his viewers listen to and believe. Like, I don't want to hear none of you lot talk to me about this guy in the comments. He's a straight up idiot. And if you believe or listen to him, you are part of that community. So I don't even want to know.
Would have fabricated a voice note, but could she have? Yeah, she could have. Could she have photoshopped messages and screenshots? Absolutely, bro. She could have done that. But did she do that to every single one from 2021, 2020? We were seeing dates, guys. Not only that, the screenshots that we saw, they weren't just straight screenshotted from WhatsApp. They weren't straight screenshotted from Snapchat. They weren't straight screenshotted from Instagram. Some of the things we saw were people taking pictures and videos of the phone.
Now, it's just all these conspiracy theories, and you lot are going to tell me that Topical Juice is smart, and he isn't. He just keeps trying to push this narrative, like Bouncer, trying to be right. Like, listen to this other clip.
DMs, 30 people might get back to him. 1 or 2 of those might be young. Yeah? Am I saying this guy is a prolific nonce predator only targeting young girls? I don't believe Fred is that. Loads of women like Fred, older women like Fred, our age, you know what I'm trying to say. But is it possible that in all those years that he's been a rapper, making money, young, getting access to all these girls, all that, and you're telling me you don't think it's possible that he had 1-2 conversation with 1-2 gal that might have been a little bit on the fence, young? You're mad if you don't think that's a possibility.
So this is what I mean about Topical Juice. He just likes to use theory. Well, you know, I was wrong, but there's a possibility that he could have spoken to young things because he's a rapper. Like, bro, this is literally something that you'd probably do in your mind. So therefore, you're trying to put this onto somebody else. By the end of the day, Fredo isn't like you. And we're not going to try to do conspiracies. I don't know, and I don't really care about what my man does. Do you know what I mean? It's not my business. But we're going to go back to Bouncer now, because I just needed to make you aware that these guys just literally follow each other word for word. And then I'm just really still here trying to work out which one's stupider.
Fredo crashed out yesterday. Like, I understand, bro. The voice notes that I listened to was very hurtful, bro. But you get me? God willing, they don't get leaked. It's just that 2-minute one. You get me? Whatever. But I understand why Fredo crashed out, because of the voice note that got leaked. You get me? I understand that. But like I said, I'm gonna make it clear. I've never touched up on them allegations. So I understand why you're crashing out. I've never touched up on them allegations. Now, my bro, I can really go mad, and I'm not. I'm going to leave you to God, bro. I'm going to leave you to God. I'm going to address this Lottie thing. I'm going to address it because Lottie has a baby for one of the HRB members. Now, everyone thinks it's Capo. Now, Capo and Fredo, they're like that. Does Capo have a baby with Lottie? But one of the members of HRB has a baby with Lottie. Now, Tanks, you're going to release some more videos. I know, obviously, I've spoken to you. If, you've got someone's IP address, what you're saying that Lottie's trying to hack into your Instagram, you know where she lives. She has a baby with a member of HRB. Why is this all happening then?
Now, let me conclude this, because this thing has been going on a bit too long for my liking. Now, Lottie has this thing and she has been seeking attention, and everyone has been saying, yes, Capo is her baby father. And I don't know. I can't honestly swear on that. But what I can say is that she's kind of indicated in her own little way that Capo is her baby father. And it's literally in this one post. So, as you can see, Homegirl's been exposing all of Fredo's business while knowing her baby father's right hand is beyond wild, or it's her baby father's right hand beyond wild, whatever. So, if we scroll, bearing in mind, look at that, that says a week. Yeah. We scroll down. Look, it's not me on that account, Lo, and I don't know what you mean about money. But does she mention anything about Capo? Absolutely not. She doesn't seem to confirm anything. She talks about Kick Game. So we all know about the whole Kick Game situation and how they don't like Fredo. Well, you know that's been inspired by her. And then 3 days, it takes her a whole, 4 days after the fact to then say that Capo is not her baby father. We don't really care. The point being is that we just know that she's seeking attention because, look, Billy the Goat, I want to stream. She seems to want to go on streams with Trattler Ross, Billy the Goat, because she feels like she's got something to offer. This is just attention seeking and nothing more. So for this last bit, I'm going to play Fredo. I'm going to play that voice note between him because it's very crucial to understand this is a guy who's really under some stress.
So what all the messages that got leaked?
Amin Kwan says ask about Dave.
That's what I'm saying. Did you not just sit down and understand how she's a master
100%,
manipulating
I'm saying
thought? So why are you asking me
I'm
that,
saying
brother?
all of
This is
it.
why I didn't want to come on it.
I say
No,
all
not
of
all.
it.
Remember, she was my assistant, so I don't know. All I know is I just don't know, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. You're asking me how, bro. Any sort of funny messages is not any voice note. I don't know. I just know, bro. There's no voice note of me talking down on no one, and that's it. Like I don't know what's real to what's fake, but any sort of slander, I'm slandering people. That's obviously fake, innit? But as far as like whatever you know what I'm saying? She's got pictures of me and Maya Mills that she took and held for like 4 years, bro. So, I don't know.
But did you not see like any like red flags from her when you was working?
Obviously, brother. So I fucking told you, bro, that when she popped up in Dubai 4 times on me, that's when I let her go.
What
I
about the
told
phone?
you all this, bro. My people told you all this yesterday, bro. This is what I remember. This is my life, you know. For you, it's just a stream. And that's why I didn't want to come on it. So what do you mean? When did I start seeing it? I broke it down for you yesterday with my lawyer, start to finish. This is not a joke, brother.
Like, honestly, if you're going to do a stream with anyone, just don't do it with that idiot. Anything about anything serious, just don't do it with him. He doesn't even have a side. He just sits there and lets people come in the studio and just talk whatever they want to talk and then just acts like a moron because that's his attitude, I think. I like Billy the Goat, but I just think to act stupid is better for him because then no one actually thinks he's pushing buttons or anything and he can just get along with everyone. But guys, I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. And I don't hate Bouncer. I'm just analyzing here. Bye-bye.